So, the Dark Zone. I remember when I first, came into the Dark Zone, and I remember I came in with like three other guys. We were on PlayStation. We were using the little party chat, and it was at night. Coming to the Dark Zone during the daytime is not really as intimidating. However, the developers constantly make it intimidating. So let's talk game design here. Game design in the Dark Zone is actually quite solid. Like, it really does take things to a whole different level. If you notice, right, when you're walking through the open world, let me show you this. I got to show you this stuff. If I tell you, you're probably going to be like, okay, whatever. When you're walking through the open world, right, your animation that's playing is indicative of something. So you could tell the developers took some time to tweak parameters and are telling your senses, hey, there's a lot of danger here and such. Now, when you're walking around the open world, your entire movement stance is, basically a normal walk animation. You're walking upright. Now, when there's a threat around you, your character basically crouches or hunches over in a way as to say, oh, it seems like there's a threat. It seems like there are collision markers, in threat areas, or enemy NPC detection parameters where if an enemy NPC is close to you, they'll detect you. And by the way, there's some noise going on. Kids are playing with toys. By the way, this is the Gamer Dad channel, so feel free to, just, I don't know, ignore the external sounds you may be hearing. But you're walking in an upright position, as I was saying, and then once you walk into the Dark Zone, your stance changes for the entirety. You put on your mask and you're hunched over the entire time. And as you walk around the Dark Zone, you do not leave this particular position. This is already the first cue that the developers are telling you, hey man, you're in trouble. You're in you shouldn't be here. And if you're going to be here, you need to understand that it's very dangerous to be here. Nothing tells you anything more than that your player has now entered, combat stance in this entire map. Literally, you have to be on alert. Ladies and gentlemen, I think the Dark Zone is probably one of the more, in my opinion anyways, one of the more genuine level concepts that's been put out there and executed in this way. And when I mean the Dark Zone, I mean the Division 1's Dark Zone. The Division 2's Dark Zone is very different. Very, very different from the Division 1's Dark Zone. So the Division 1's Dark Zone really does hold, this particular area. And the Dark Zone is actually like, I'm going to run up on these guys, man. Let's not bother with this. And the Dark Zone's, segmentation and the way that they've actually segmented it, it really does make things kind of interesting overall. Someone's hitting me from the side. Their faction. Someone else is also hitting me from behind. That sounded weird. Someone else is shooting me from behind. These guys, man. Their little weapons, they seem shorter than they actually are. They actually have a collision length that we don't know about. I think it's to surprise you. Like, whoa, he hit me from there? All right. We've melted everyone, and we're back here in this area. And then you see all of the contamination that's going on. You see the entire area. And even when you're like moving a little fast, you're still in that hunch state the entire time. I really enjoy it. And it's not until you actually start running, then you move straight into the, regular running animation. And the DZ was for quick. Let's not waste time. Let's just go and get all the loot because we got to get out of here because we could get rogued upon. And that, to me, ladies and gentlemen, is really, really good environment and game, development storytelling that does transcend, kind of the regular, stuff that you may see. Now, every game does this in its own way. Like, I'm not saying that Division is kind of, look at that, ladies and gentlemen. That's why you go with your, what's it? Your revival link. It's not the tactical link. It's the other link. Woo, they're kind of aggressive though. All right, I got to use a gun too, which is actually not good for me. I'm so used to the skills. Oh, look, there's a boss here. Oh, someone is shooting at me. All right, let me throw this here. Let's throw this here. Let's scan, and let's get those crits. And now you're dead. All right, that was crazy. Now you're bleeding. Oh, did I come in and take... This is a landmark, isn't it? I don't really remember too much of the Division 1's DZ because, man... After a while, I just basically stayed with my incursions and all that stuff. But once in a while, I'd run in here and mess around. No one's in here. That's crazy. How iconic this thing was. I want to shoot your backpack, though. There's a cleaner here. Oh, now they're focused on me. Oh, no, 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 no. You're not going to run away from me. I need to melt you. I want your backpack, though. Those explosive kills. Well, if I'm not going to get it, I'm going to get you. All right. So this is a small landmark. There are a bunch of different landmarks here, and you get like all this stuff for named enemies killed and all of that stuff. And I like the way the narrowness of the dark zone is. It's like I think it's indicative of a specific district that has like these really narrow roads. You know, you see East 31st Street, you know, all the roads are just kind of like, in a sense, straightforward. And so there's this narrowness that makes it claustrophobic compared to like, say, the other parts of the open world. So the dark zone, I think, was, you know, just really cool. Whoever thought about this stuff, man, I salute you. Or whoever the group of people who thought about this stuff was, man, I gotta say, I salute you guys, man, because this is so cool, the way that they actually set this up. Eventually, they came back in and they did some really interesting stuff with the DZ. And I thought, man, those were actually also really cool changes as well. Oh, these are right. He was trying to hit that NPC. See, he was trying to fight him and then realized, oh, look, there's a bigger threat, a division agent. This one, he's got a target on his back. Ooh. 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 Who else? Is there no one else? Kabuya. And that's it. So this is just a short overview of this area here in DZ1. Just a little conversation about the Dark Zone and how they basically built it, where it's quite claustrophobic in a sense, but really, really does rock. I really enjoyed the fact that the developers actually put this here, and they ensured that you as the player, you know, you could sense and you could feel, you know, what the intensity that they wanted you to feel from your own player character changing, you know, his entire state, whether or not there's a threat. Look at him looking around, you know, kind of checking, seeing. That's the idle animations playing, and it's just so cool. Let me hear your thoughts in the comment section. We've talked about this topic a lot, but you know, when a game is a classic, this game is going to end up being a classic. There are just some aspects of it that are just iconic, and you just got to keep, you know, highlighting. So thanks so much for watching. I appreciate you guys' time and audience. And like I said, leave your feedback in the comment section, and hopefully we'll talk pretty soon in another one. Peace out.